Wonder Woman issue number 4. That's right, folks. One final issue to round out this year. And be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks for my top 10 comics of 2023. I will tell you right now, this book's in the top 10. This is exactly the kind of story you should tell of Wonder Woman. I think both post-Dark Crisis, post like Tom King on Batman, and post Gal Gadot playing the character, like when you take all of those and you just have like, okay, people didn't like this thing for her, people didn't like this thing for her, they want her to be perceived a certain way, you should take a bigger swing and try something that is so perfectly ingrained to the character's history and perfectly ingrained to the time period we're a part of. This is exactly the type of story Wonder Woman has needed for a while. I think it's incredibly well done. And this issue, I've been saying this almost every single issue. This is what it's all about. Like, this is an issue. I would hand this single issue to anybody who's hesitant about reading a Wonder Woman comic and be like, this is the fundamental truth of the character. When you handle Wonder Woman the way you handle Barbarella, which Barbarella, my favorite fiction, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, she's in the vein of Wonder Woman to me, where it's like, it's not about the war or the violence or the fight. It's about the message of love that you spread to either the individual or the collective. And when you handle Wonder Woman in that aesthetic too, and you do that thing with Wonder Woman, you get something truly special. And this book is incredibly fun. So we open up with a bunch of news broadcasts, kind of like we did in the first issue, and everyone's like, well, this man died, he blamed Wonder Woman, he killed himself because Wonder Woman, robbed him of his dignity, of his gender, which is a gift from God, and now the president is involved, and he's going to have to make a speech about this because now there's a real precedent being set that maybe Wonder Woman is bad for America. Insanity. And the whole narration throughout the book is somebody just reading like, the world prepared to figure out the Wonder Woman problem. And while that was happening, Wonder Woman was doing something else. So she's meeting with these two parents, and they're like, well, I mean, given everything going on, we don't know why we're meeting with you, but, Jack, he's been through a lot, and we promised, and he really insisted on seeing you, and he's just a kid, right? And she's like, I understand. Shall we go talk to the boy? And that is when we cut away and we see Wonder Woman is dealing with this child named Jack, who is a massive fan of Wonder Woman, and he is also dying. So the kid has lost all of his hair. He clearly is, we're clearly implying that he has cancer and that he is one of the biggest Wonder Woman fans, so he's kind of sleeping, and his mom tries to shake him awake, like, don't worry, honey, there's somebody here to see you. And he's like, I don't want to see another doctor. But it's not a doctor, it's Wonder Woman, and she just gives him a smile, and the kid is so happy. It's really nice, and this is the type of thing we should be pushing more in these types of superhero books. We don't do it often anymore. I feel like a couple years ago, or even decades ago, we'd always do like the one-off story where it's like the hero helping the individual and like the kid. We should do more of that. We then cut to the White House, where the president who will remain faceless, I should say, is talking to the King of America, and he's like, I'm not sure about this speech about Wonder Woman. Like, it seems a little excessive. And the King of America's like, just shut up and read it, okay? These are terrible women. Everything sucks. You listen to me, by the way, you piece of shit. We command you what to do. And the president has to suck it up because, the likes of his people before, Washington and Lincoln and Roosevelt and Reagan, they all had to shut up and kiss the ring too. So the president, who doesn't look like Joe Biden, doesn't look like George Bush or Trump or Obama, so it's just like some vague, nebulous president of our era, realizes he has to kiss the ring and put up with this bullshit. We cut back to Diana, and she is taking Jack in a ride in the invisible jet. And he's like, I'm kind of nervous to do this. I'm kind of scared. Like, I've always wanted to do it, but it's very weird. And there's such a really interesting conflict with Jack in this book. And it's not just that he's dying. It's just that he doesn't feel like this is something he should be enjoying. And we'll get to it in a bit. I think it's so fascinating what they do with it. And it's not because of the stuff in the media with Wonder Woman. It's something completely unrelated. So she's like, all right, Jack, we can go anywhere in the world. Where would you like to go? And he's like, I don't know, can we go to like Paradise Island? I think that'd be really cool. And she's like, well, it's not that easy. And he's like, oh, it's fine. I mean, no, we don't have to go there then. It's like, okay, I don't know, we could just fly around. She's like, no, you want to go to Paradise Island? We'll go there. It might take more than you're thinking for us to get there, but we'll go. We'll figure it out. We cut back to Sergeant Steele, who is talking to Amanda Waller, and she's like, okay, I saw the briefing the president's going to say it's not going to be good. We'll have to put a list together of people that could potentially help us in the case against Wonder Woman, like some of her villains, and she starts lifting off a couple of the villains, and he's like, okay, that's kind of stupid. Just like, okay, now Amanda Waller's on the case too. That's what this scene represents. I'm fine with it. We then fly back over the sky. We just see Jack is getting more acquainted. All right, I might die, and that's okay, but I want to see the world for what it is. So he's just super impressed with like the skyline they're flying over. It looks gorgeous. It's so much fun. We then cut to some military base somewhere where Steve Trevor's punching out a guy, and he's like, she got you pussy whipped, man. You're such a fucking idiot, you loser. First she cuts off your dick, then she's going to cut off all of ours. You're an asshole. And then Steve's just like, they're going to arrest you, man. He's like, I don't give a shit. And just starts beating on this guy who's talking shit about Diana. Perfect. Like, you do not have to do anything else with the Steve Trevor character in this book except make him a defender of Diana, and you're making him the asshole to America. That is perfect. It's really good. We then cut back to Paradise Island, where a group of Amazonian ladies are on the shores, and they're there with Diana and Jack, and like, Diana, you know the rules. Like, he can't come across here. Diana's like, I promised this young man something he's never had before, and if you forget, I've challenged every single woman on this island, and I've come out on top every single time. I'm not asking for your permission. I'm just telling you, laws can change, and look what they're doing to our people. Let me do this one thing for this boy. We then cut to Philippus and Artemis as they are kind of like talking about the plans too, because they got informants working in the U.S. and they saw the speech, and she's like, okay. Because Nubia's off doing something. She's like, because she was in that Waller Rising book working with some other heroes. I guess that's where she is now. I don't really know. But Philippus is like, I don't know. This all kind of sucks. Like, we'll hold off as best we can. I feel like something bad is about to happen. And Artemis is like, well, the princess is here too. Diana's here with like a boy, and things went bad, and she's just kind of like with him, and she's like, I don't really care about that right now. We have bigger problems than Diana like helping this kid. I mean, she's not like the perfect ruler for us right now, but just let her do this thing with the kid. And then we get like a huge splash page where it's the narration like, and then America prepared for war. The president embarked on a speech. All across America, the military bases were getting prepared for everything. Generals met with their colonels who passed instructions to their lieutenants, and the sergeants were howling at privates, and blah, blah, blah. And all the while, Wonder Woman was showing Jack a good time. You know, they were riding kangaroos. They were fighting with, like, fake stuff. He got to throw the tiara. You know, just having fun. Giving him a perfect day. We see the president is about to say his speech live. Still, we see the back shot of him, so it's ambiguous who the president is. It does not matter. We then cut to the scene of the issue for me, which is exactly like, this is what I love. This is why I love Wonder Woman. This is why I love Barbarella. This is why I love these characters. It's nighttime now. Jack had a really good day, but he starts crying. He's like, this is all I ever wanted, and I had so much fun, but why does it feel like this why does it feel like this shouldn't be what I want? Why am I like this? You know, other boys, they like Superman and Batman, and they like baseball and all that stuff, and I like this. I like Wonder Woman, and I liked... Why? Is that why I'm sick? Because I think like this, and I'm like this, and then God made me sick because I like this? And she's like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. I'm like, yes, this is beautiful. You have this kid who, the reason he is conflicted is not because of the media presence of what Wonder Woman's name is. It's like, I see a world where there's other boys like me who don't like the same stuff as me, and it feels wrong for this moment in my life when I'm dying, this thing I've always wanted. Why can't it be why does it make me feel this way? And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's powerful. It's really well done. And this is definitely the kind of thing that King wanted to write with the character, and I respect that so much. And then the president gives his speech, and it's just a lot of like, she needs to be stopped. And you see everybody who's important in the story, think about it just like people in army bases, Philippus and the Amazons, Sergeant Steele, Steve Trevor's overhearing it, Cheetah is hearing it wherever she is, the King of America. And all the while, Wonder Woman does not care, and she's not hearing it. She is with Jack, just telling him, I've been across this world, and I've seen everything. You're not going to find the answers you think you're going to seek in the heavens, so instead you have to seek the peace here of the people in your life. And having been through everything I've been through, and dealing with all this stuff, I have known cruelty, and I have known love, and I choose love. And well, we end at this part of the book, which is like, well, there you have it, folks. The president set his world. Basically a declaration from the commander-in-chief that gloves are off in the fight against the once-lauded hero. We're taking Wonder Woman down. The Amazons are bad. It's the Wonder War, folks. It's terrible. And the world's going to fall apart because we're going to go against Wonder Woman. And all the while, she's just telling this kid, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You will make peace with who you are. And you are a loving person. You should choose love. And you will find your peace. And he's like, you know what? You'd be a really good mom. I think that kid would be very lucky. And she's like, yeah, can you imagine me as a mother? Beautiful way to end this book. Like, I love the stuff with Jack and Diana. Like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant and it's well executed. All the while, the world around her is like trying to like prepare to destroy her. And she's like, I want to comfort this kid who's scared of his death, scared of the world, and scared of himself for liking what I do and who I am. And that is so cool. That is so powerful and interesting. I really dig that. And we do get some more backup here with Damian and John watching Lizzie. She is now 13 years old at the point in this story. They're at the Fortress of Solitude. They can't find her. And that's when they realize, oh shit, she's Black Mercying herself. And they're like, what? Why is she doing that? We then see, yeah, she's seeing herself as like the queen of Themyscira, and she's having John and Damian be combatants in an arena. What I like about this scene too is really fun is that when they introduce John and Damian, it's like, this is John, son of Lois, the lost prince of Metropolis, and Damian, son of Talia, sheriff of Gotham. Not mentioning Bruce or Clark. Perfect. We cut to, like, the real world, and we just see Lizzie's just, like, passed out on the floor. She's got the Black Mercy wrapped around her, and they're like, okay, how do we take this thing off her? I don't know how we're supposed to deal with this situation. We're bad brothers. Oh, my God, this sucks. We don't have the gloves. The last time this happened, there were special gloves. But no, wait. John's like, I got it, Damian. You have no hope in your heart. You're a miserable little kid. We could use you as the gloves. Because you're never going to see a brighter tomorrow. You're too miserable. So you pull her off, and it's going to work fine. And then in the dream that we see Lizzie is seeing, she's fighting against Damian and John, and she kicks their asses, and she's like, yeah, this is going pretty good. And they're like, okay, we surrender, Queen. Please, no more, we surrender. And they're like, what? You surrender? That's not how this is supposed to be. And we do like a cut between like, Jamie and Don would never surrender. You're the best heroes I know. I want to be like you. I want to be you. I want to be with my brothers. And then you see in the real reality, John is pulling Damian, who's pulling the Black Mercy, until it rips it off of Lizzie. And they're just like, that was stupid. That sucked. Everyone's pissed off and miserable. Like, could be that bad, right? Like, I'm sure Lizzie just saw like peace and love all around the world, and she's like, yeah, that's definitely what I saw. It's cute. It's very cute. I have no issues with that whatsoever. This book, it's incredible. King knows exactly what he's doing. It's such a specific tone for Wonder Woman that is so necessary and needed that we're doing something truly, wholeheartedly original, and I appreciate it so much. A great book, and the Wonder War is upon us. So, Wonder Woman issue number 4, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. Goddamn right. So, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And, of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. good luck.